Hello. I'm answering the question, how does philosophy play both positive role and negative influence in Christian education or in forming um, any new method or uh, new ideas about Christian education for our 21st century? We read what Aristotle has said years ago. At present, opinion is divided about the subjects of education. People do not take the same view about what should be learned by the young, either with a view to human excellence or a view to the best possible life. Nor is it clear whether education should be directed mainly to the intellect or to moral character. Whether the proper studies to be pursued are those that are useful in life, are those which make for excellence, are those that advance the bounds of knowledge. Men do not all honor the same distinctive human excellence, and so naturally they differ about the proper training for it. So I too, while going through, how philosophy influences education or Christian education, uh, it is better to avoid the whole philosophical views into bringing into Christian education. Because early on, when Moses gave or brought the law from God and shared, we know that the education was only oriented on the Torah or the laws of God. But then later, even up to Jesus' time, the concentration was more on on learning moral character and knowing the law more and more, and then try to avoid influence of any other um philosophy or knowledge into education. But as Aristotle said, it cannot be avoided now because man's intellect has grown, knowledge has grown. So as long as knowledge and intellect play the role in forming anything, including Christian education, there will be difference of opinions. Herald Titus says an education that fails to consider the fundamental questions of human existence, the questions about the meaning of life and the nature of truth, goodness, beauty, and justice with which philosophy is concerned, is a very inadequate type of education. So we know that there is strong connection between philosophical positions and educational practices, because over the years, last 2000 years, it has developed like that. So it is not possible to avoid the philosophical positions into um, educational practices. The implication of this statement is because educational practices are now built upon philosophical beliefs. So how will you avoid? So philosophical perspectives have become major determinants in Christian education. So with this, we cannot um, try to answer the question um, whether they play positive role or negative role. They play both the roles, and in the midst of that, how we are going to bring out Christian education in informing our faith, our training manuals for the generations. The building of a personal philosophy for both life and education is an ongoing process. Our writer says, George Knight from Philosophy and Education. So it's an ongoing process of thought and practice that becomes richer, deeper, and more meaningful as you continue to grow in the knowledge of Jesus Christ and as you seek to develop more effective ways of transmitting His ways, knowledge, and values to others. The living Christian is a thinking Christian. So that is how I too feel in India. Okay, I don't know, it's not concentrating very well. In India, how to bring Christian education more effective in the midst of the situations that we face at present in India. Thank you.